Hello and welcome once again to the BossTips channel. I'm Peter Edwards. In this video, we will discuss, is Grimsby a good place to invest in property? This is actually a good question to ask because many people that live outside Grimsby actually have a negative image of the area. And after all, the name itself has a grim feel to it. And if you are someone that's influenced by what you see on screen, then the 2016 movie by Sacha Baron Cohen called Grimsby or Grimsby Brothers, as well as the 2014 Channel 4 documentary Skint, which followed the lives of some unemployed families in the Grimsby area, then of course you would be forgiven for having a negative perception of Grimsby. Now, where is Grimsby? What is Grimsby? For those who may not really have a clue as to what the area is all about. Well, Grimsby, or Great Grimsby as it's also known, is a port town and the administrative centre of northeast Lincolnshire. It is on the south bank of the Humber and close to the North Sea. It used to be the world's largest fishing fleet by the mid-20th century. However, that fishing industry fell as a result of the Cold Wars and also due to policies set by the European Union when it came to fishing. So as a result of the decline in the fishing industry, there has been massive unemployment and other social issues in Grimsby. However, since the 1990s, there's been a lot of food production in the Grimsby economy, and this has actually picked the town up as well as some regeneration in the area. And now we have the nearby town of Cleethorpes, the seaside town, which together with Grimsby act as a cultural and economic centre for much of the North and East Lincolnshire. The fact that in Grimsby you can actually buy a property for 50, 60 or 70,000 and rent that property out for £550 a month gives you a very high return on investment. And that is something that many people actually envy about Grimsby. It's what they would call a diamond area for most property investors. You could buy a property elsewhere for maybe 120,000, 130,000, and it will rent for the same amount, 550. So why not buy in Grimsby? But of course it is understandable when people are a bit reluctant to invest in Grimsby, because after all, who wants to buy in an area where there's been decline? Some people actually want to get capital growth, capital appreciation for their properties. So they are aware, obviously, that there are some properties in Grimsby which have been sold for 30,000, and these properties have sold for 30,000 for the past maybe 20 years. If you look back 15, 16 years ago, some of these properties were probably even priced higher, but their value has dropped and they are struggling to go up in value. So naturally, somebody will be quite reluctant to purchase these kind of properties. However, it's good to say, and it's wise to say, that not all of Grimsby is the same. There are some areas which are really picking up, and there are actually very good areas where a person can invest and get a great return on your money. So, considering the fact that there has been lots of regeneration in Grimsby, a new Premier Inn was built a few years ago, and that's always packed, as well as a multi-screen cinema and a bowling alley. And there are also plans to get trains from London to Grimsby within 2 hours. And we also have the world's biggest wind farm right there in Grimsby, which is actually recruiting thousands of people. So there's actually quite a lot that's really happening in Grimsby. And as you mentioned, Cleethorpes, that seaside town, well, there are plans to build a similar park like Center Parks out there. So that will actually draw more tourists to the area and that can only have another positive effect on the whole economy of Grimsby and Cleethorpes. So, going back to the question, is Grimsby a good place to invest in property? I would say yes, definitely. And being someone that actually does invest in Grimsby, I have got no regrets. I actually think that it's one of the best places to invest in. It's a beautiful place. I've spent lots of time there, I've stayed over, and the people are friendly. And I think it's on the way up, because with all those investments that's coming in there, the only way is up for Grimsby, and once again it will be a great place again. And for those people that obviously want to invest in there, we know one of the main things in investing, one of the main rules in property investing is cash flow is king. So if you are looking for cash flow, Grimsby definitely is the place to consider. But if you're looking for capital appreciation, well, some areas of Grimsby are not going to be the ones for you to invest in, because you will find that your property value may not increase. However, if you are looking for areas or need help in finding areas that have actually performed well through the years and that have potential to continue increasing in value and as well as provide cash flow, then feel free to contact me. My email address is peter@llkj.co.uk, or you can just contact me or write a comment below, and I can put you in touch with people who live in the area, who are experts, property investors, and they will be more than happy to show you around the area and make you see that investing in Grimsby is definitely worth your while. So thank you once again for listening and watching this video. Always remember to invest wisely and with care.